Hi guys, this is Vineet, and in this video we will discuss about throw command. And this command is used for error handling in SQL Server, and this command allows us to raise a user defined error, and it also allows us to rethrow an original error was originally caught by try catch construct. So you can either use this command to throw your own customized error messages, or you can also use it to throw the original errors encountered in the try block using the try catch construct. So this command basically support two syntaxes, and the syntax one is where we do not use any parameters with throw. Can be used in catch block to rethrow the error that originally activated this catch block. So if we use this command without any parameters, it will throw the original error that is encountered in the try block. Below is the example of code that demonstrate the use of throw command without using any parameters. So in this case it will throw us an original error. So let me take you through the code written over here, and then we will copy and paste this code within SQL Server and try to execute this code. So in this code I'm beginning with creating a stored procedure, the syntax for which is create or alter procedure. The stored procedure name is dbo.division. Division is the stored procedure name, and in the stored procedure we are declaring two temporary variables of integer type. One is dividend and the second one is divisor. Both are integer type, and we are setting no count to 1, and we are defining the try block starting with begin try and ending with end try. And here we are selecting dividend divided by divisor as quotient and dividend divided by divisor as remainder. Alright, so we are performing a simple division operation where we are yielding quotient as well as remainder. So this operator is the modulus operator, the percent sign, and it yields the remainder, whereas this operator is the divisor operator and it yields the quotient. And here we have defined catch block for any errors that we may encountered in the try block. So here we are printing error occurred when performing division, and we are just using throw, which will throw the original error message encountered in the try block. And there's also print statement, this doesn't execute. So once we execute the throw command, anything after that will not execute, so the statement will get ignored, and we are ending the catch block and we are hitting go. So let's execute this code just to create the stored procedure. So we are copying this code and going to my VMware environment, pasting this code over here. Just give me a second. Okay, so we have pasted our code over here. So let me execute this code to create a stored procedure with the name division. Executed this and we got the error message that there is a syntax error. So basically this full stop is not required, so let me execute this again. So again this go statement is not required, so let's execute it without go. Okay, so now let's check whether we have the stored procedure division created under programmability section under the Northwind database. So we go to Northwind database, then we expand programmability, then we expand stored procedure. So here we can see our stored procedure division we just created, and now let's close this query window and open a new one, and let's go back to the nodes. So far we have created only the stored procedure performing division. Now if we execute this stored procedure by putting divisor as 0, then we get the message that error occurred when performing division. And after that, so we are talking about this code. So if we put divisor value as 0 while calling the stored procedure, we will get these statements. We get first statement we will get is error occurred when performing division, and after that the throw function is called, and it throws the original error message. So we get the message that error occurred when performing division. Then after that, throw command will rethrow the original error message. Invoke the above catch block as we use throw without any parameters. So in order to execute this stored procedure division with the parameters dividend we are taking as 10 and divisor we are taking as 0, and this will cause error during the division and generate the following kind of output. We will get error in the procedure division line 9 divided by 0 error. We will get error like this. So let's copy this code, go back to SQL Server, paste this code and execute it. So you see we got this divide by 0 error when we executed the stored procedure with parameters dividend equals 10 and divisor equal to 0. So we got same kind of error mentioned here, and even though we got the error, the above code will generate the so far we have performed an invalid division where we took divisor as 0. Now we have a second example where we are calling stored procedure with dividend as 10 and divisor as 5. So this will lead the quotient of 2 and remainder of 0, and it will provide us output like this. So let me copy this code and go back there and paste this and try to execute this and see. So we got quotient as 2, remainder as 0 because values are valid and divisor is not equal to 0. Now let's discuss about the second syntax. In the first syntax we have just used the throw command without using any parameters. So second syntax is where we use parameters with the throw command, and this can be used to throw a user-defined error message or customized error message. Syntax for using throw command with parameter is we use the keyword throw along with the error message, error number, message and the state. All the above three parameters can either be either constants or variables. So either we can provide constants for these three parameters, or we can put in variables as well instead of constants. And below is the example of using throw command with parameters. Use the above code and alter the procedure. Okay, so let me go ahead and alter the procedure we have just created. So in order to alter the procedure, we need to right click on the procedure and we can click on modify. So we will modify the throw section over here. So let me make some modifications. So let's see, throw error number we are taking as 50,000, error message we are taking it as, this is a user defined error. One sec. This is a user defined error. Actually single quotes are required, put in double quotes. So this is the message we have defined, and error state we are taking as 0. Now we are taking it as 1. Alright, so this statement ends here. So let me see. Okay, now we have modified our stored procedure and we can save this using this particular save button. Now the stored procedure is save, and we can, let's wait for it to get ready. So Yeah, we do not have to save it. Actually, we have to execute the stored procedure after we modify the code. So let's execute F5. So the code inside the stored procedure is now modified. We can check it by again clicking on modify, and we see that the code is actually changed inside the stored procedure. Now what we will do, we will call the new stored procedure we have just modified with the error parameters. So let's see, and this time we will get the custom error message we have just defined, which is this is a user defined error message. So let's execute this code and see what we get. So here we got the error message. The error number is 50,000, state is 0, and this we got the custom error message. This is a user defined error. Here we had taken the state as 0, but ideally we should have taken it as 1. Let me modify it and try to execute this again. Let me show you that we'll get the error state as 1 this time. So let's execute it. So we got the state as 1, error number as 50,000, and along with the custom defined error message. Alright, so guys, we are done with this throw command. We have talked about two syntaxes: syntax 1 where we do not use any parameters, and we also talked about syntax 2 where we can use parameters along with throw statement to define custom error messages or user defined error messages. And we have ran some code, created stored procedure using this command as well. And we are done with this video, and in our next video we'll talk about the raise error command. So guys, please do like my video if you really like it, and do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get more updates regarding the videos I continue to post over the upcoming days. So again, thank you so much for your time, and have a nice day.